Hey everybody, welcome to part 3 of my Krosmaster Junior video series where I take a look and give you my final thoughts on Krosmaster Junior, the game itself. Now Krosmaster Junior does retail for $50, and for the $50 you're getting everything you see right here, which is basically 4 very highly, extremely well detailed and painted Krosmasters, and I don't think people realize just how high quality these Krosmasters truly are. You can compare these Krosmasters to some really high-end miniature companies such as Games Workshop with their Space Hulk line, and you look at some painted Space Hulk figures, and don't make fun of my paint jobs. I'm not the best painter in the world, especially with games I plan on playing. But you can see just comparing them to like Space Hulk, and you see that the detail and the painting quality is definitely there. These miniatures are large, they're gigantic, and I'm sure you understand how well known that Games Workshop is known for making some of the best miniatures out there. When you compare these Space Hulk 4th edition miniatures to these Krosmasters, and you see some fantastic detail. Then if you compare it with something like maybe Mars Attacks, the miniatures from there, which is more of a recent release from Mantic Games, and I'll be doing a review of it pretty soon here, so stay tuned for that. But you see that these miniatures absolutely dwarf the Mars Attacks miniatures, completely towering over them. You see a lot more detail, and do note that these Krosmasters are painted unlike Space Hulk and unlike Mars Attacks, which come in basic, uncolored, unpainted plastic that you had to do all this work for. And then finally you compare to, just for size, look at Star Trek fleet captains, known for some pretty large spaceships. These Krosmasters are big, they look awesome, and while you're paying $50 for only 4 miniatures, you gotta look at the quality of the miniatures themselves, the detail of the miniatures themselves, and the fantastic paint jobs that comes with these Krosmasters. The game also comes with a very nice box insert. This is not a customized box insert. This is exactly how the game comes, and it guarantees that your Krosmasters are not going to be damaged or destroyed because each one of your Krosmasters has their own slot, so they can be kept in them, so you don't have to worry about these guys being banged up at all, so they're going to last a long time. Not only that, you have some extremely high quality, very thick cardboard, and these are the kind of cardboard mats that I have them out of order, so this probably isn't going to work, but if I were to have kept them in order, which would have been probably smart of me, you see that these tiles interlock very perfectly, just like jigsaws. And they're also double-sided, so the game does come with a total of 4 mats, or maps completely. And as I said in the tutorial video, these are 100% compatible with Krosmaster Arena. So if you want some smaller 2-player battlefields, these definitely work when you want to use these for Krosmaster Arena. The base game of Krosmaster Junior also comes with a terrain, so you can set that up on your map board and make it look for a 3D terrain. And this is good cardboard. It's not cheap or thin. These all slot together very well, and once they're put together, they're done very well and good enough so that they're actually going to hold. You can drop them, they're not going to fall apart, so they definitely slotted these just right, did a really good job there. And each one of the Krosmaster Junior Krosmasters is going to come with their own full-color rulebook, and it's basically written for that specific Krosmaster themselves, so the text isn't 100% copy and pasted. It's actually written towards that adventurer, so it kind of gives each one of these Krosmasters a feeling that each player gets their own little Krosmaster that they're taking through their own adventure, which is a really cool homage and makes it much more personalized for younger kids. And that's definitely a very nice touch that they did for Krosmaster Junior. And that's probably one of the biggest compliments I can give Krosmaster Junior. They took a game, Krosmaster Arena, and they managed to simplify it enough that younger kids can have a heck of a lot of fun with this game. Now, I did a review for Krosmaster Arena, and in that review I said that Krosmaster Arena, while it's listed as a game for 14 up, younger players can definitely play it. But, and I also gave that caveat back then that the younger players aren't going to understand the finer strategies of the game, and while they can play and have a heck of a lot of fun moving their Krosmasters all over the board and enjoy the gameplay there, they're not going to be able to understand the finer strategies. That is not the case in Krosmaster Junior. Krosmaster Junior is listed for 7 and up. Definitely, I can say this game is actually for 5 and up very easily, because if you have somebody who can read to the kids, they can understand the concepts, and the way this game introduced concepts and makes it so the younger players can understand how to play the game, because the rule books are designed in such a simplistic way. First adventure teaches movement. Second adventure basically teaches the lock mechanics. The third adventure starts adding in more mechanics and more mechanics until you finally get to the point where you pretty much have about 75% of the full Krosmaster Arena rules. They did a fantastic job of that, making this a game that is fun to play for kids ages 5 and up. And they don't have to sit off to the side while they watch the older kids and the adults play the full game. They have their own junior game to play with themselves, or if you're looking for a game to play with your younger kids, I can definitely recommend Krosmaster Junior. Every time I do a review for a board game, it's always important for me to talk about two things. One, family friendliness. I'm a father of two boys. I enjoy playing board games with them. It's a lot of fun, especially watching them grow up and watching them mature into a little bit more mature games as we're slowly working towards more big people games, to use a bad term. And I also like to talk about just how well a game plays at certain player counts. Now, when we're talking about Krosmaster Arena, the game is already listed for ages 7 and up, and I can definitely say that's probably a little bit too high, actually. I think this is a fantastic game for any child ages 5 and up. The mechanics are extremely simple, and the awesome thing about this game is thanks to the fact that you can decide how many adventures you want to go on beforehand, and the fact that the adventures start off extremely simple. And I'm not going to lie, the first couple of adventures are very simple. The very first adventure is basically capture the flag, and it's just basically one step up from checkers. And I don't mean that to be negative. I'm not trying to say a bad thing. I'm just trying to explain to you just how simplistic the basic rules are in the first adventures. And then once you get to the 7th adventure and you start adding the ability for all the Crossmasters to start attacking each other, it makes the game much more for a slightly older age, which makes this very, very fantastic for multiple age ranges. If you have the younger kids who don't want the confrontation, the attacking of each other, having their Crossmaster defeated, the younger kids, the 5 and 6-year-olds who don't quite like that kind of gameplay, you have the first couple of adventures to play with them. If you have a kid or a child who's going to be about 7, 8, or 9 years old and they're starting to like the idea of attacking each other, doing damage to each other, obliterating each other, trying to go after each other's pets and all that stuff, you have the later adventures, the 5, 6, and 7 adventures, which starts incorporating those more difficult mechanics. This game is fantastically balanced in that way for multiple player ranges, and I would give extreme kudos to the designers of this game for taking Krosmaster Arena and simplifying it enough in a way that it's still fun for older players to play, but still simple enough that we start bringing younger players into a game that is fantastically designed as a game for families and for younger kids. This game also scales very well from multiple player counts, but I will be honest about one point. The earlier adventures, such as the first and the second adventure, as a 2-player game, it feels pretty much like a really quick cat and mouse kind of game. You don't get a lot of strategy going in. Well, it's supposed to be simpler, so you're not going to get a lot of strategy anyways. But you can definitely notice a difference when you play some of the earlier adventures with 2 players versus 4 players. A little more fun with the 4 players, but still decent with 2 players and 3 players, so don't take that as a negative. But once you start getting to the later adventures, they all play very, very well with multiple player counts. Especially the 7th adventure, because since these are smaller game boards, playing the 7th adventure where everybody gets to attack each other, even if you only have a 2-player game, it can still be pretty darn challenging because every player can start purchasing extra pets, and you can get as many pets as you can afford because you're going to start picking up all those coins, and they will allow you to get more pets. So if you play right and get enough coins, you can definitely get up to 3 pets on the board with your Crossmaster, attacking your opponent, who can also be doing the same while they're trying to collect coins and trying to attack you back. So even as a 2-player game, that final adventure is really awesome, and it still is balanced extremely well as a 4-player game, as they can also be doing the same thing, getting their pets out there and creating a lot of havoc. So still plays very, very well with 4 players. Basically, my quick point here is if you're willing to pick and choose the adventures you want to play, this game will play fantastically anywhere from 2 to 4 players, and it's got a great age range, ages 5 and up, making Krosmaster Junior a fantastic family game. Before I give you my final thoughts on Krosmaster Junior, well, actually I shouldn't have to give you my final thoughts on Krosmaster Junior. I can basically sum it up as this. If you've ever gone to Board Game Geek and posted a thread something similar to, I have a kid who's about 5, 6, or 7 years old and I'm looking for a game for my child to play with, buy Krosmaster Junior. This is a fantastic game to play with younger kids. The rules are easy to understand, the games play quick, and you're going to have a lot of fun with your children just because the game is awesome. It hits on every single cylinder that younger kids love. You have awesome components. Kids love awesome components. They can play with these. They're a heck of a lot of fun. And even when they're not playing Krosmaster Junior, they can play little war games with these guys. To totally throw it completely off topic and use a comparison, you look at Skylanders. My kids got bored of the Skylanders video game after they beat it a couple times. They still play at the Skylanders as little action figures. And that's something that I see happening with Krosmaster Junior a lot. We get done playing the game, and after we're done playing Krosmaster, they'll keep these guys out and have little war games. So even Tactilely, this game is just fantastic for kids. You have the 3D terrain. The adventures play quickly. You can choose your game length depending on if you want a longer gameplay, shorter gameplay. Each single adventure plays quickly. The game is just perfectly made for younger kids. They made some awesome decisions, everything geared at making this a fantastic kids game. Now that we got that out of the way, I want to talk about something that I think a lot of you are pretty much curious about. You want to know just how well Krosmaster Junior combines with Krosmaster Arena. Now, the Krosmaster Junior does come with 4 cards, one for each one of the Krosmasters in the Junior series, and each one of these Krosmasters have their own special unique abilities, which are going to add some fun replayability and bring in some extra adventurers, or I'm sorry, some extra Krosmasters into your Krosmaster Arena games. So the question you may be asking yourself is, if I play Krosmaster Arena and I don't have any kids, or my kids are at the point where they're playing Krosmaster Arena and Junior may just be a little bit too young for them, you may be asking yourself, is Krosmaster Arena something I may want to buy? Well, is Krosmaster Junior something you want to buy? Krosmaster Junior does retail for $50, and for that $50, you're only getting 4 brand new Krosmasters. And now you can compare that and do the mental math and figure out that the Krosmaster expansion packs, each one of them comes with 4 Krosmasters, and each one of those packs costs $30. So you're basically spending $20 more than you pay for 4 regular Krosmasters to add to your Krosmaster Arena game. So the question is, do I think Krosmaster Junior is a worthy purchase for you if you want to play Krosmaster Arena only and you're not looking for the additional components you get from the Junior game itself? To answer that question, let's have a look and see exactly what you're getting in the game if you have no interest in Krosmaster Junior at all. What you're getting in Krosmaster Junior, the box, is if you want to expand your Arena universe and have more Krosmasters, you're going to be getting 2 double-sided game boards, which can be used as smaller skirmish maps or as additional maps to use for your Krosmaster Arena games. And these maps are a great size to use to add in. They're a little bit smaller than your standard arenas that you get from the Krosmaster Arena game, but they're actually pretty much the exact same size as the little mini maps that you get from the individual boxes or the 4-packs that give you those little simple maps, which is that little fold-out map. Such as this one, for example, and I went through and laminated all my maps because it made them a heck of a lot easier. It makes them all fit in the Krosmaster Arena box quite nicely, and they do laminate extremely well. So what you're getting if you got Krosmaster Junior is you'd be getting 4 additional maps that don't have to be laminated, and again, these are very thick cardboard, and you can use them in your standard Krosmaster Arena games. You're also going to be getting some more scenery components, and finally you're going to be getting 4 brand new Krosmasters that are pretty powerful, but so far they don't seem overpowered in the couple of games I played of Krosmaster Arena just using these guys, and they're level based pretty much verbatim or equal to the Krosmasters that come on the basic Krosmaster Arena box set. Again, Krosmaster Arena box set had all the adventurers level 3, and all these Krosmaster Junior Krosmasters are also level 3, and each one of them has their own interesting powers, and these 4 marry very, very well to the Krosmaster Arena main box set, not the Fryghost expansion. I'm talking about the main box set that comes with those 8 Krosmasters. This adds 4 additional Krosmasters at base set, bringing up to a total of 12. And again, they all happen to be the same level as the basic Krosmasters from the basic Krosmaster Arena game. And just to give you a quick overview of what you're getting, the Panda has the ability to do some life tapping and does some pretty good damage with 2 damage and 6 action points, and each attack only uses 3 action points. So you're basically going to get 2 attacks unless you use your life steal, which is going to basically give you 1 attack per round. Then you're going to get Kip, who hits pretty darn hard. He hits for 3 points of damage, and he can actually do that attack only once. But that's still a pretty darn hit, especially if he gets a crit, or he can do a less damaging attack, which he can do twice, which also happens to pierce armor and has a pretty good range of 2 to 4. The next, we have Choppy Sue, who has some pretty darn decent range of 1 to 5, even though it's only in a straight line, which could be her slight negative. She doesn't get to do her range by counting any way but a straight line. That's the only way she can attack. But it does have to be a range of 1 to 5 or a range to 3. And the 1 to 3 does do a knockback of 2, or you have your very solid hit, which can do a total of 2 points of damage, or 3 if you get a good lucky crit. And she does also have crit hit, which means she gets to roll 2 dice, so she can actually do a potential of 4 points of damage, making Chop Suey another hard hitter. And then finally you have Tiktakovich, which is a time mage, but for some reason he gets frost attacks. Well, it makes sense, I guess, in some way. Because I guess if you get hit by him, you're frozen in time. And I guess that kind of matches the time mage, but you just got to think about it a little bit. He's pretty cool. He does some pretty good damage. He has some very good range, but his negative is that he doesn't have any close attacks. So if another Krosmaster can get close to him, he's left punching because he has to have a range of at least 3 to 6 or 3 to 5 to use his long range special abilities, which have some nice things such as the cross attack, which means he can start hitting a lot of other Krosmasters on the game board. The bottom line here is if you're looking for an expansion to basic Krosmaster Arena, you're looking for some extra Krosmasters to add to your available Krosmasters to build your armies with, and I know armies is the total wrong word to use here, but if you want to build your side with, or whatever word you want to use, Krosmaster Junior does add 4 new Krosmasters who are pretty powerful and do add some extra really cool abilities. And this box of Junior is also going to give you some extra map boards to use for some smaller, tighter, more close-in battles to fight your game over. I think for what you're getting in Krosmaster Junior, if you're just looking for an expansion for the base game, $50 might seem a little bit more on the higher side because you're only going to use the Krosmasters and the extra maps out of the box. So all the extra stuff is going to be useless to you, but you're also getting some very powerful Krosmasters and again those maps to use. So it may not be too high to compare, especially if you've gotten a couple of the expansion sets already and you're looking for some new unique maps to fight on. If you never played Krosmaster Arena before and you're looking for a way to get your younger kids into it, Krosmaster Junior is a fantastic way to do it. It evolves fantastically into the Krosmaster Arena game, so this game works awesomely to bring younger kids to teach them Krosmaster and eventually evolve them into the full Krosmaster Arena game, because this game teaches you the basics of the game at a nice slow pace and does it in a really cool way. The basic bottom line here is if you got kids and they're younger children and you're looking to bring them into Krosmaster, or you're just looking for a game to play with the younger kids, Krosmaster Junior is awesome. If you're looking for a basic expansion for your current Krosmaster Arena gameplay and you don't have kids, you may want to think twice about it. Now the Krosmasters are awesome, but $50 can be a lot, especially when you can get a lot of the other expansions for $30. But if you have all those already and you're looking for even more Krosmasters, then $50 is not a bad deal, especially for the extra maps. This has been another off-the-shelf board game review looking at Krosmaster Junior. Thanks for watching.